Welcome, Nick Nice Corner. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 21 things you may not know about the Indian Act. This is by Bob Joseph. The book is has a lot of information in it that he touches on what the actual Indian Act is, and he kind of goes over what has happened through history with the Indian Act here in Canada. So the idea behind everything is to we can't fix everything, unfortunately. We can't fix the past. What we can do is try to make a better future. And in this, he gives you the information pretty straight, tries to keep it as formal as possible. He gives you all kinds of quotes from Canada's leaders who have really implemented the Indian Act over time. Um, it makes me pretty disgusted, to be honest, because it makes you pretty disgusted in your home country when you realize that we didn't treat them with any respect, and that the indigenous population has every right to be upset. And if you're not upset by what is going on, in case if you didn't know, in Canada, we are starting to find bodies of children at the old residential school grounds that were not, these are children that were never recorded as to be dying in that location. So these are literal people that they just threw in the ground and were nameless, unfortunately. Um, and it is quite a sad and dark area in Canada. Um, People like to treat it like it's history. It's not history. It is stuff that they didn't stop doing the residential schools until like 96 or 98. And really all they did was switch over the residential schools to the CPS, Child Protective Services here in Canada. And so nothing really changed aside from the churches were no longer involved in the abuse of these people, of their children. The culture has been wiped away and taken away from them. And in this book, they discuss about killing the Indian inside the child so that the child would essentially be considered just Canadian. They wouldn't be Indigenous at all. They wouldn't have their culture. They wouldn't have their language. They wouldn't have their history. They would just, become very Christianized, which is unfortunate. And, they not just Christianized, but they become they've been given sort of a white lens to look through, and it's quite upsetting to see just how many people are affected still to this day, um, and it's upsetting, especially when you used to be so proud of your country and you realize that your country has betrayed the indigenous population entirely. There is nothing that we have done in the past up to date to really make things equal or better. We have constantly kept a boot on them to make sure that they couldn't rise up, to make sure that they couldn't excel. Um, their lands are, they have a right of way to businesses, which is disgusting. We did not treat them with respect made these when we made the act. We did not treat them with respect when we made deals over time. And how do we fix that? How do we move forward and make a better future for them? And that's kind of what he touches on in here. Now, mind you, I have another book of his which I'm going to be reading shortly as well. This one is just on the Indian Act, so there's not much more to it other than the act itself and the history that follows it. So if you are in Canada, and even if you're not and you want to know and learn about what Canada looks like under the sheets, this is it. Go take a look at it. It's a very short read, like 100 and some pages. Definitely worth the read. And hopefully it'll enlighten you to a new Canada. And hopefully, it'll also get the gears start spinning on how to become a better Canada, not just for us, but for the Indigenous population as well. So remember, we're all here together, but we all got to work together to move forward to make life better for everyone. And it's very important, especially to me. I find this a very important topic, and I hope that we can do something about it. Anyway, guys, that's everything for today. I didn't want to touch upon what's inside the book for just to give you an idea of my feelings around it. More so, I do want you to go and read this. It's a very important document, and I feel like it should be mandatory reading in this country. Um, I hope that you're all doing well and taking care of yourselves. And we will see you on the next one. So have yourself a great day, and bye.